Cool world. Yeah. Top down, see way back.
And we're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, one and all, to the Today in Millenia podcast, the most important podcast on the planet.
Absolutely.
I am always your most grateful host, Nicholas Pierre, and I'm joined across and to my left by our New Year's angel, Miss Maheen Savani. How are you today?
Great, guys. Hello.
Are you excited to ring in the new year?
So yeah.
I think we'll go through everybody's plans. We're just getting started, so we'll give her a break here. Sitting to her left and across from my right, hailing all the way from Union City, New Jersey, because that's where everyone's from, via Honduran, via Puerto Rico, Puerto La Playa to be exact, Alexio Hammerfist Rivera. Welcome, sir.
You know why they call me Hammerfist, right?
I don't know. Big gloves?
Yeah, I guess.
You know what they say about big gloves? I don't know either.
I don't know either.
Just bigger fucking hands. Why do they call you Hammerfish? I just drooled on myself.
I think it's just my penis.
That's what you were getting at. I was getting at the same joke just more subtly, so that's where I was going with it as well. Alright, well, welcome. It's obviously a New Year's special. Happy New Year. We're going to ring out 2019 here and the last decade, which was a good one, I think. I had a good time in it. What's everybody doing for New Year's?
Just hanging out.
Not doing nothing?
Not doing anything crazy.
Is Christopher back?
He's back.
Back? So you guys are going to be chilling?
We're gonna be chilling.
Word.
This is my second year in a row not getting dressed up and going out.
Staying in?
It's weird, yeah.
I like the party thing if I'm going to do anything. I prefer like the party thing.
Like the club? Or?
Yeah. Well, as you know with birthdays, well, as you guys know, but our audience does not know yet, I don't really believe in birthdays, and I also don't believe in New Year's Eve, or at least celebrating it, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't think, and I've been saying it all day.
Which is part of mine, in my opinion, so I want to...
Oh, is it? Alright, so maybe we'll save it for that. What are you doing for New Year's?
I'm going to go to a birthday party / New Year's Eve party. So
Whose birthday is on New Year's Eve?
Both of the things that you don't celebrate.
That I don't celebrate. It's a double whammy for me.
Double whammy, yeah. For
yeah.
you, it would just be a house party.
I'm not doing anything. I thought I almost had plans. My mom asked what I was doing. And then she said, okay, well, we're having dinner tomorrow night. Like last year, I'm like, all right, I'll be there. I'll probably text my cousins. They usually go to some dingy bar that's like a one-time fee open bar kind of situation where it's like $60 and you just drink all night.
Nice.
Yeah, and I drink nasty beer, so I'm all about that. Unlimited nasty beer. Budweiser, Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Light. No, I doesn't get that bad. PBR is that bad as it'll get. No, I haven't drinking Natty Light since I was probably like 14. But yeah, Natty Light not my thing. The guy next door here slams Natty Light like it's going out of style. The Duck Dynasty guy next door. There's a guy next door to our warehouse that looks like he's from Duck Dynasty.
Oh yeah,
and when we leave out of the morning part of our day, it's like 1 o'clock, and this guy already slammed 3 tall boys in Natty Light.
Yeah.
3 6-pack done. 1 o'clock.
And he drives a forklift the rest of the day.
The whole day he's driving forklifts around.
So
And what happened to his buddy? That was way nicer. He passed or something. Another old man he used to hang with. This guy used to sit Huckleberry Finn style. Do you remember under that tree over there and rip a joint every single day? Yeah, you were in the office. This was like during wax times. Yeah,
so
Huckleberry Finn style. We were right up against the tree, leaning up against the tree, right on the corner of Grand there, and he just rip a joint every day. When you would drive out of the field, they go to the field 11 o'clock. Yeah, he'd be out there ripping.
Living the life.
Living the life, driving forklifts, ripping joints, drinking natties. Doesn't get much better than that. So I don't really have any plans. So if you listen to this quick enough, holler at your boy if you got some good ones, because I have zero plans for New Year's Eve. And I guess I'll bring us right into it. So in my opinion,
before we get into too far into
oh my god, I almost forgot it. Yeah. All right. So the song that plays us in every day is by a friend of ours. Actually, he goes by the moniker J Rio. But we're gonna send you to his Instagram. So look him up at Mr. There's no dots, no nothing. It's a lowercase m. Mr. Cool World, but instead of a W, it's 2 V's. So that'd be Mr. Cool VVORLD. Mr. Cool World, but 2 V's. That makes a W. So yeah, you can check out a lot of his music on there. We use the one. He's actually gonna make one for the podcast, like a special intro song for us. But he's the guy that plays us in. So if you enjoy the music that starts it off, which I always do, when I go and re-listen back to it. That's who does it, and go check him out. Our socials, I guess we should do too. I don't know what means. This is a good time to hash this out. What does yours even mean?
So 70XS, so times 7. 70 times 7 is a song by...
Yeah, by Brand New.
There we go.
So you named your Instagram after an emo song?
Yes, you know me.
Is that Your Lipstick is Calling Out? No, it's Taking Back Sunday.
That's
How does it go? 70 times 7.
I'm not doing the whole thing.
What are the words? What is the chorus? It was a great song.
I have to like really think about it.
I can't believe that's it. That's like one of my favorite songs ever. I
really?
love it.
And you just now...
I mean, all you said was 70 times 7. I knew Brand New made it, right?
Yeah. I'm like playing the intro in my head.
I just thought that couldn't be what it is.
Wait, what is your Instagram handle?
70XS. It's the word 70. XS and then number 7.
So that was the point. If you want to catch up with Maheen on social media, it's at 70, the word, SEVENTYX, a number 7, and an S. XS.
And then number 7. It's literally my handle for
so
everything.
it's 70XS and the number 7. 70XS and the number 7. I am always on every social media at the 10 Kid with an A. That's THA, the number 1, the number 0, KID. Twitter, Insta, Snapstagram, Face Page, My Book, everything.
Why?
Gamer tag. Why? Because I wanted to play Gears of War, that game that I made up the boomstick word about, really bad. So I get on there, I'm like making my gamer tag, and I'm like, what the fuck should I make it? I'll just make it the Kid. So I'm like, all right, it's just the Kid. That's like an easy one. That's funny. The Kid 10 doesn't work. 10 the Kid doesn't work. 10X the Kid X10. I tried a million different things, and finally they throw up a suggestion to me that like put the 10 in the middle, and it'll work with an A. It wouldn't even work with an E. I tried THE, the number 10, KID. Somebody took that too. So it ended up being THA, the number 10, KID. So I'm thinking that everybody will read it as the Kid, because if it was THA, the X, then KID, everybody would read it as the Kid. Yeah. I get right on there, one of my friends that's playing, he goes, who the fuck is the 10 Kid? Who the fuck is the 10 Kid? I'm like, joking. So I was like, that's me, dude. And then from then on out, they all called me the 10 Kid. That was it.
And that was his rap name.
Should we be concerned? Like, is there really anything important?
He's fine.
Yeah, you're sitting now. Sorry if you're on video. Wonderful friend Michael. He misplaced something in here, but he's gonna have to
What's your Insta?
And what's your Insta?
Alexio0503.
0503. It's pretty simple. I can always find it. I just put an A in, and then sometimes I'll put Maheen, M. Like, oh my god, I forgot. That's fine. So if you want to catch up, it's Alexio.
0503.
0503. That's an easy one. No explanation needed. So if you want to catch up with us on social media, and then the song that plays us in, I'll say it one more time. That's gonna be at Mr. MRCOOL. VVORLD. I think I got that right. So you can catch him out over there, and he does a lot of stuff every day. He actually posts pretty good memes and a little motivational stuff, so go check him out. That's all I got for intros.
So I guess we move on to topics. In my opinion, New Year's Eve parties.
New Year's Eve party. So here we go. So I am not a huge believer in participation trophies in general. So just for showing up and allowing time to elapse, right? Because that's what a participation trophy is. If you get a participation trophy at the end of T-ball, that means that what they're saying is you did not accomplish anything, but you did let time elapse for an entire season, and you are still here, so we will give you a trophy. To me, that's what a birthday and New Year's Eve is. We're just celebrating time ticking. I mean, time's ticking right now. We can celebrate it every 5 minutes if we really wanted to. Oh, it's the new 5 minutes. Like, this is the silliest thing ever. Like, I get it, a year is like a milestone or whatever. We can do every 5 years. This 10-year one should be a huge one, right? If we're really just like so focused on how much time is elapsing, right? Like, I remember the millennial being a good year. Like, dude, come on. The year has nothing to do with anything. If you made $1 million 6 months into this year, you should probably celebrate that date every year. Like, that sounds like something
And that's an anniversary that they celebrate every year on that day.
Thank you for proving my point, Maheen. Now, I believe in all holidays that are anniversaries. Okay. Thanksgiving, the anniversary of slaughtering Native Americans.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
God.
You know I have to say that, though.
Yeah,
Christmas, the anniversary of Jesus doing something.
His birthday?
His birthday, whatever. It's not actually his birthday. Yeah. So whatever it is. But it's an anniversary of an event. 4th of July, one of my favorites, right? Independence for America. I mean, that only happened once. It happened on one date. And we should celebrate that yearly. The New Year, the clock swinging, like, what are we celebrating here? They're like, great, you made it. We all fucking made it.
To go off of your logic, technically, isn't it just 1 year since, the sun rotate or the earth rotated around the sun
Yeah,
at the same time.
Just time elapsing.
All right, well we survived, and I'm excited.
Wow, do we get an award for that?
It's the same thing for birthday parties.
Same thing for birthday. All you did was you made it. Everyone made it. You know how many people are born on my birthday? Millions and millions of people are born on my birthday.
And you, my friend, made it.
So did they.
You don't know that.
How many people did it?
I don't know. Those people are not there to celebrate, right? So we wouldn't know. But my point still is, I'm not a big believer in celebrating the elapsing of time. So New Year's Eve parties are not a big one for me. I would never, even when I was a kid, before I felt like, before I was able to put it into words, I always hated like the whole build up for it, how like you had to get all dressed up. It was always like a $200 table at some fucking club, and then it was the shittiest night ever. You had like a better night on a random Saturday, in the middle of the year sometime. Yeah. But New Year's just, it was so hyped, it just never ended up playing out the way I wanted it to.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm surprised I didn't get strep throat or mono from like all those New Year's Eve parties. Like,
nasty ass
hooking up with some girl at New Year's Eve.
Hooking up with some real skanker at the New Year's Eve
I can't
party.
even remember college, and I feel like that's probably for the best at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it was a big deal when I was younger, and now it's just like whatever.
Yeah.
It's just another night. You definitely have better times on a random Tuesday or Thursday or whatever it is going out. Unless I do have like my own private table somewhere, I'm not gonna participate in the masses. I hate being in a
fuck that. And if you're going to stand by that goddamn ball, please just do yourself a favor and don't. That's just gonna be the worst night of your life.
People start lining up now.
Yeah, it can't be fun.
Oh, yesterday they were there. Yeah.
Can't be fun, dude. Like, no way. So that's where I'm at with New Year's Eve parties.
I mean, I get your guys' point, but I feel like that's all because of your expectations that you had for those days. Like, that's different. You know, celebration of the new year. Like, again, staying home for the second year in a row, just hanging out. We went to a diner last year. Probably going to go to Applebee's because I really want a lava melty thingy. That's all I really have been thinking about.
That sounds fun, like.
Yeah, like, we're just going to have a chill night in. And
because it's like low on the expectation and you'll probably get a better return.
For sure.
For sure.
That's the goal.
That's where I'm at on it. I did have a correction. They actually didn't send the articles over, so I think we said that last week they did, and the Senate was holding out. They didn't even send them. And I was listening yesterday to somebody. They were saying that by now the Senate actually has the option to just chuck it before it even gets there because it's just been too long. So if they want to, they can dismiss the entire thing.
There's been other things too, but nothing important.
No, the news has been dead.
Yeah,
the news has been dead. So I know it's not a topic for us, so I just wanted to correct that really quick from last week. But so that's where I'm at. Anybody have anything to add on New Year's? I hope that if you're going out, you have a great time out there. Like I hope
you're
that
safe too.
I hope you're safe. I hope that you aren't driving. Like they'll do. I think they do cars for free and stuff. Taxi cabs do shit for free and stuff on this date. So be safe. Hang out with your family. Don't be an idiot. And hopefully your expectations, your situation lives up to all the expectations you have.
And I feel like, people with a certain expectation, I think if anybody's feeling like lonely or stressed, whatever, like something where your emotions are getting the best of you, you should be with other people. So go to a bar or go to, something where there's other people.
What are you trying to say?
Just because people around this time of year
could.
No, you should definitely be with people. For sure. But just anyone who's like, in a bad space, if this is not the best time of year or it wasn't your year, so to speak, you should definitely just go hang out with people.
Mm-hmm. It was funny, Jess was like, who in here has set a New Year's resolution and then within the first 2 weeks, just stopped doing it? Everybody raised their hand. I didn't raise my hand. She said, get the hell out of here. I'm like, no, I'm not saying I do them all. I'm like, I've never set one. She goes, what? I'm like, I never set one. I'm like, I've never set a New Year's resolution in my life, and so I've never failed a New Year's resolution.
Which is the next topic, is New Year's resolutions.
Oh my God, jeez. I'm the worst for this stuff, because I just don't do it. I feel like, it's not to get darker, but I just seen a lot of people in my life, I'm done drinking, I'm done acting like an asshole, I'm done doing this, I'm done doing that, and they just do it anyways. So New Year's resolutions to me, from an early age, were a joke. I knew that it was a joke. Like, I understood very quickly what it is. It's an idea that drunk people came up with of how they're going to make themselves skinnier, but by next year they're going to be fat anyways, because New Year's is not what gets you skinny. Working out gets you skinny. So I always kind of put that together in my head that, like, whether I yell it out loud as a resolution or not, it doesn't make a difference. So I've never ever set one, and I don't plan on starting. So no resolution for me.
when I started working here 7 years ago on January 7th.
Look at that.
I literally made a resolution to be more positive, and then I walk into this business and everyone's incredibly happy.
So it worked that year.
It worked. It worked out that time because I genuinely made a decision to do something different. Now, I've made resolutions that obviously didn't work out in the past as well, but then, like, quitting smoking, right? Like, I was a stupid kid and I smoked when I was younger. I think I quit like 5 years ago.
I knew Millenia when she was kind of still smoking, so you went on, which like way back in the day.
Way back in the day.
Anyway, but I made a decision, not a resolution, but a decision to do something, and I did it. You know, so yeah, I'm not a huge fan of like new year, new me. I think it's a load of crap.
And I just think the people who make the biggest deal out of it are usually the people that don't follow through. If you want to click one in your head, like, hey, this year I'm just going to be more this or better at that, fine, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. But, you know, to post it on your social media and stuff,
I hate
and like,
that.
oh my God, give me a break. I don't care. I know you're going to be fat next year, so don't get my hopes up that I don't have to see your mutant ass on this goddamn Facebook feed anymore. You're still going to look like a mutant by next year, so don't get me all excited. You freaking Window, you Velcro, you idiot.
I think if you're going to post any resolution on social, it should be open season for people to hold you accountable to that.
Yeah.
That should be the point
in
of it.
February or March, if this person is, you know, still fat as fuck or, you know, still smoking cigarettes, people should just call them on social and just repost this.
Yeah, just be like, yo, next year you're not allowed. Next year I see your resolution, I'm ripping it before it even starts.
Ripping them apart, yeah.
I mean, I think you had a good point. You were on it. You were talking to all of us the other day about it, like just the way it falls in the week. I thought it was just funny how you put it. Is like people will be like, "Hey, I'm not going to start till after the New Year." Then the New Year starts like, I'm hungover. It's the middle of the week. Let's just start Monday. Monday will be a great day, January 5th or whatever it is. And then it's already we're already into January. Let's just start in the beginning of February. We'll do it on the 1st of February. This is how resolutions get destroyed, but this isn't like a unique situation in resolutions. It's goals in general. I mean, people who set goals, they constantly do that. I'm going to get started now. I mean, we did this with this show.
Yeah.
We're going to get started until finally you put your foot down and you just get started.
Just do it.
And good things happen, if you just start doing things. So I think whether it's New Year's or whether it's not, don't like take it all the wrong way. I do have goals and I do try to make myself better if I can, but I just don't wait till just January 1st to do that.
Right.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Because it always seemed weird. It always seemed, maybe that's what makes more sense. Even as a kid, it seemed disingenuous to wait till January 1st to try and be a better person.
Yeah.
It seemed so disingenuous. So the adults around me, like, really? You've been drinking this whole fucking time, you drunk idiot. I was like a 10, 11-year-old, and like, you're an idiot. Like, so now, because it's January 1st, I don't believe you. Why didn't you try that last 2 months ago when you got the first DV that you're all upset about? You know what I mean? Now you're still drinking at this party and your resolution is to stop drinking. Give me a fucking break, dude. Give me a fucking break. So I think it just always seemed disingenuous to me. So if yours is genuine, have at it. I hope you accomplish everything that you want to accomplish this year.
Facts.
That's the truth. From the bottom of my heart. And from all of us at Today Millenia. I hope you accomplish all of your dreams.
And Happy New Year.
Mm-hmm.
That's all in my opinion. I did watch another thing that's kind of big in news and pop culture is in the movies, Star Wars. Fantastic movie. I loved it. I know you guys can't say shit about it because you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But
it was good.
If anyone, and there's a lot of different opinions on it. Anyone who's like a die-hard super nerd of Star Wars is saying it sucks. It just panders to whatever, like older fans or whatever it is. But it's nostalgia sells, and it's amazing for it.
Why would they say that?
It's just because when you're a kid, we watch a movie. You're a certain person. Now it's 30 years later, 40 years later, you're a different person.
Harry Potter did a great job at that.
Yeah, and it
Grew
changes.
you up with the it got
exactly.
dark, but yeah,
and
you
so
got
these
more
people
adult.
are expecting it to be the same. It's different. It's owned by a different company now.
Yeah.
So the way the story went and how it went, they did an amazing job with it. So anybody who disagrees, put it in the comments. I'm not gonna listen to it.
He's nicer than me. I would have said fuck off. So the new Star Wars movie. All right, well, I guess I gotta check it.
Great. You guys
I gotta
check
rewatch the first 3 and really get myself like back
the first 10.
I was gonna say there's a lot.
No, the new ones I don't need as much though because that's 1, 2, 3, and then it's 4, 5, 6, and then this one's gonna take up over after that. So I don't need it, right?
Well, there's the one before this one.
Okay, so I'd have to watch the newest new one and then this one. But I don't need to go to 1, 2, 3. I really just need to go to 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's some stuff like Palpatine and how he kind of came to power, stuff like that. But you don't have to. Yeah, you're right. You don't have
4,
to.
5, 6 is the big
Yeah,
one. Those are like
there's a lot of like Easter
I've seen
eggs.
episode 1 too. That was a big deal when we were kids. Episode 1, Darth Maul, the 2-sided thing. That was like the biggest.
There's
deal.
a lot of Easter eggs and stuff that you would appreciate if you saw everything, but also you would probably not remember them.
It's just the first time I watched it. You have to be a diehard
I've
fan.
seen every single one, and I don't remember anything except for Jar Jar Binks.
It's true. It
Jar Jar
doesn't. It
Binks is the
doesn't
only
click.
thing
You
you
have to
remember.
like get into
The worst
it.
character.
You have to get into it. But listen, one of my favorite movies, There Will Be Blood. It was like that. I watched it the first time. I didn't know what the fuck I was even watching. This is the boringest thing I've ever seen. But I just wasn't listening. I wasn't into it. And then I rewatched it a couple years later as more of like an adult, and I thought it was the greatest movie I've ever seen. So I feel like Star Wars would be pretty similar to that. Like I probably didn't know what I was watching or understand, how good it was maybe. So hopefully if I rewatch it, I'll get into it. But I like what you said, like growing up with it, like Harry Potter did the best I think at that. It's like when you watch it, it's a kid's movie. But if you watch the last one, it's kind of scary. Like if you put a 10-year-old in front of that movie, he'd be freaked out. But I watched the first one at 10, so it's like she did a good job of growing the whole character and the form of the movie with the people who actually were watching it, people who were reading the books when they were kids.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really good.
Pretty
So Star
cool.
Wars, watch it.
Watch it.
Promoted by Today in Millenia. Send us a fucking copy or something if you want a t-shirt.
Check or
Maybe
something.
one of those Baby Yoda dolls, we won't fuck it.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. I guess we go into Florida Man. People really like this one.
Yeah, we're gonna recap the year, so this is gonna be fun, right?
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna rank these. I think we should rank them.
There's 50 of them, and I don't want to.
Oh, that's what you were sending the numbers for?
Yeah, there's 50.
Alright, so Minnie
different
has her
ones.
top 10.
No.
We chose the ones that we thought were probably the most interesting.
Basically, as we were reading
Oh
this,
God, our
anytime
favorite.
I laughed or like Theo
BuzzFeed.
laughed, I love BuzzFeed.
I
By the
hate
way.
BuzzFeed. Them in their
most of
them in their generic freaking articles and shit. That's so bad.
So the first one we'll go over is 47, and it's just this right here. Just how crazy.
Vacationers find alligator lounging on alligator pool float at their Miami Airbnb.
It's alligatorception.
That's awesome, though.
Alligator.
I would be so fired up. Anytime there's an alligator on the property when I'm in Florida, I'm fired up.
I've never been to
I
Florida.
try to catch a hold of that.
Ever?
Baby.
Never
Never
ever.
been to Florida?
No.
Never been to Florida?
No.
It's really nice. There's gators and stuff.
I need to go here.
Yeah, there's alligators and shit. The real problem in Florida, though, I've heard, is boa constrictors. People let their pets out. And now these things are such super apex predators that there's no food for gators. There's no food for a lot of animals because these things
all
can
these small
eat
mammals are gone.
everything. Yeah, they're just wiping small mammals out. They're just apex predators
There's no
that
more
belong in like
rabbits.
the jungle.
Yeah.
And now they're in the Everglades where everything's weak and slow and isn't used to an animal like that. And they're just cleaning house. There's like barely any rabbits.
So many of them.
So, and they're getting 15, 16 feet, like bigger than they even are in their native areas because of how good Florida is like designed for them. Like, like it's an invasive species is what's it called. When you drop a species that doesn't belong there, has no natural predators, like that thing is going to blow up. It's going to take off, and it happens in Florida. So that poor gator will probably get swallowed up before he even makes it to adulthood. All right, what's next?
Next, number 44 is Florida couple gives birth to boy thanks to win a baby contest.
Okay, we got to see a little bit more about this. So, Florida couple gives birth to boy thanks to win a baby contest.
Literally the weirdest thing.
What does that even mean? All right, a win a baby contest hosted by Florida radio station helped turn one couple into parents. The contest, which was hosted by Florida's B1039 in November 2017, offered one woman the chance to receive a free round of in vitro fertilization
What?
and all the medication needed. The sweepstakes called for videos from women explaining why they'd be a great mom, the radio station said in a blog post Saturday. The winners of the contest in 2017 were Kristen and the couple welcomed their son Garrett Campbell into the world
So
in August of
wholesome.
2019. That's a nice one,
That's
yeah.
a nice one.
That's
Not
a nice
just
one.
bad things happen.
But
in
I mean,
Florida.
it is funny that they're giving out in vitro shots.
Just
Win a
giving
baby,
out
though. That's
babies.
the name of the contest.
Yeah, the win a baby contest. I like it.
Just
honestly.
giving out
And look, there's the
babies out
baby.
here.
He's right there if you're watching at home.
Oh, they're Rivera's. They're probably my cousins.
Yeah.
Was crushing. Things made an unexpected turn.
What if you grow up to say we won you in a contest?
I mean, I feel like that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
If my mom was like, yo, guess what? You weren't going to happen, and this radio gave us some shit, and now you're here. I'd be like, what radio station? Because I owe them big.
Yeah, seriously. You'll be a lifetime listener, huh?
Yeah. What do we got? Florida man. Florida man accused, oh my god, scroll down a little bit, of firing pee-filled squirt gun at women. Now this is what we've come to expect from the state of Florida. This is the kind of good stuff we like to see.
This guy looks like a pea shooter.
Oh my god, this guy looks like he swallowed it after he was done. He probably shoves people's feces up his ass to feel better. So authorities in Florida say a 71-year-old man filled a squirt gun with urine and sprayed a woman who was walking her dog. She should have had her dog piss on him. If you spray some shit and I tell it's piss, I'll just piss on you right there.
Yeah.
Right there on the spot. I'll pee right on you.
Oh my god.
Gulfport police said in an arrest report that Joel William Benjamin, we have 3 first names, so that's a problem, approached the woman on Sunday, yeah, you're definitely a serial killer, on Sunday and squirted her several times with urine. The report says Benjamin told officers he would do it again, but it was unclear what motivated the attack. I mean, it's very clear to me. It's called methamphetamines. That is what motivated the attack. Just look at this man. I mean, he's been picking his eyeball for the last 6 weeks. It's almost ripped out. I mean, clearly methamphetamines was the motivation. Was the MO behind this.
He's on drugs. He created this whole story behind this woman in his head, and was just like, "This is what you get for cheating on me."
Yeah,
she doesn't even know.
Piss in your mouth. Yeah, here you go, lady.
Damn.
All right, so that's a good one.
What was the next one? The next one was 39. Police arrest man who claims playing basketball naked enhances his skill level.
Wait, really quick. I just had to, I know you were listening to today, this past weekend. The funniest joke of the thing was right off the bat. Theo goes, you know, it's going to be 2020, and I feel like it's something, you know, we knew this was going to happen. Yeah. We all knew this was going to happen.
We knew it was going to end.
Yeah, we knew it was going to end, 2019.
We got into it knowing it was going to end.
That's what he said. Yeah. He goes, we got into this knowing it was going to end. And it's like, that's like Theo Vaughn's logic. Like, that is as logical as it gets.
Him and Crystalia, we're talking about comedians, by the way, and their podcast. Him and
Crystalia's on the new You, the show You.
Yeah, I've never seen that show. She was just talking about it.
Yeah, Crystalia's on it.
They were both on The Fighter and the Kid.
Yeah, oh my god, that was a great episode.
Such a great episode.
Funny. Theo came in late, they were just ripping.
And Crystalia said, I think you just start sentences without knowing how they're going to end. And he's just like, it's called a mystery, you idiot.
He's just so funny like that. So quick. Like he was trying to make fun of him. I remember that. Delio was like, I feel like you just start sentences and then you figure out where they're going to end later. And he goes, yeah, it's called a mystery, you idiot. Like as if like you should know that.
That's literally a quote from The Office.
Dude, he's so funny. He's so funny. Yeah, he's like the walking Office, but real and not written, not scripted. All right. Oh, look at this gem. Jesus, his eyes in left field. Look at that thing. Holy crap. A Florida man is facing an indecent exposure charge after police found him playing basketball naked at a public park. I mean, honestly, I might drop the subject if I start to realize too many of these people are on methamphetamines. Like, you're all on crystal meth. Like, look at his face.
Look at his face. He has a hole on the bottom. He has scratches on the
So a guy on crystal meth playing naked basketball, I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me.
Makes sense, right?
But Jesus, look at these people in Florida, man. They really know how to get the best of them.
Florida Sunday evening and charged with indecent exposure of sexual organs. He was taken to John E. Polk Correctional Facility in Sanford on a $500 bond. No way.
He can't even say it.
Dude. But not for nothing, it'll probably make you a better player, right? Like everybody's going to stay away from it.
Aerodynamic.
Aerodynamic.
Yeah, you probably definitely move more better, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why if you wrestle, you wear a singlet, because they can't do naked anymore, but naturally, the way to do it would be naked, otherwise it's unfair.
Oh, that would be the worst, wrestling a man naked.
Yeah.
Sweaty man naked.
Oh.
Sweaty, nasty man naked. I remember people used to make that joke, like, oh, you wrestle, that's just kind of gay, right? And I remember being like, well, no, it's like literally the last thing I'm thinking about is fucking him in the ass. If that's what you're thinking about watching us wrestle, you may have an issue. I remember that was like my go-to comeback. I'm like, if that's what comes to your brain watching it happen, then, maybe you have a problem. It's the last thing I'm thinking about. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about killing this kid. So, not fucking him.
The opposite.
The opposite.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he never walks off this mat, I would be none the less for it. I could care less, to be honest.
Damn.
Like a praying mantis.
Alright, let's check this
No,
out.
because we're not fucking.
kidding,
You just
I'm
remade the gay
kidding.
joke. That wasn't nice.
Alright.
This one for a partner in crime. You see this right here? Yeah, well, police say a Florida man was busted breaking into someone's home with a horse. The pair were caught on camera walking through the backyard before investigators say the man broke a window and climbed in. He reportedly told police he wanted to rent the home and was just getting a look inside. That wasn't the only excuse he gave, though. Listen to this right here.
And the guy said, well, my horse broke into your house, mister, and I had to go in and get her. I said, okay, so she broke into the gate, and then the porch, and then the house.
The horse did it, right?
The horse did it.
Now that
my God.
has to also be math.
It has to be.
Or
He's
just
not even
dumb.
wearing a shirt.
What do you think?
He's just hot, methy.
Because he
I don't know.
purposely, he was just like, alright, I'm just gonna have this horse with me, so just in case I get caught, I can just be like, oh, I was just trying to get my horse back.
Yeah,
That's the mentality he had.
that's a meth mentality, is what you're saying? Or maybe we're confusing meth for Florida. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe we're like, oh, all these people are on meth. Maybe the real answer is all these people are from Florida.
Maybe.
That may be
Yeah.
what we're discovering right
You know
here.
what? You might be right about this one at least.
Yeah.
So you think this guy's on it? Because I know the last two were.
Well, no, I feel like the last two were, but now I'm thinking if he could afford a horse, I
You
mean,
can't be that broke, right?
right?
But you know, there's weird horse
Horses
people.
are
There's a couple
expensive.
kinds of horse people. There's broke horse people and there's rich
Yeah,
horse people.
yeah.
Broke horse people just do it for the love of it and they're always breaking their back just to keep the thing alive. Like it's I've seen those kind of people before.
Me too.
And then there's rich horse people. Those people are just making money off the horse. Like that's what you
Yeah.
think of. You own a horse, but I know people with like 5 or 6 horses on a horse farm and they need to slut those things out as much as possible and race it here, race it there, wherever. Do you want to do? You know, I'll teach you how to ride lessons, things like that, just to keep the horse alive.
That's crazy.
Which is, a horse is not a pet. It sits in a paddock and it just, like, what are you doing, man? I don't know. I think we should give up on horses. I think horses should just go back to being wild. I think we're done with them. I think we've got our use out of them. I think leave them alone.
Imagine
Leave them alone, dude.
driving down the road.
We've
with
already
a
taken-
horse in the middle
That's
of the
happened
road.
when I lived in Ohio. There was an Amish man with a horse.
Yeah,
and a
they do that
buggy.
shit. The Amish do it and stuff. I think just, come on. Enough with the horses. What are we still doing on horses? If I see somebody on a horse, I'm pushing them off. That's my new rule. What are you doing on a horse, dude? Get a car. We've already taken what the horse can do, and some of these cars are multiplying that by thousands. We don't need one horse. I mean, these things have thousands of horsepower. Why do we need the one horse? We don't need one horse. Nobody needs one horse. Like, literally, you could get my Kia 40
Just racing.
has like 180 horses. So,
Yeah.
that cheap ass car
Did
is
you just
worth
make
more
that
than
number
one
up?
I think so.
horse. Probably 160, something like that.
Yeah, just for racing, you need a horse.
If you
Because
need
that's
it,
not- that's
we chose
no-
to race.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna get rid of that industry anytime soon.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of money in it.
It actually
Um,
kills me to see horses in the city when people go there tourists and
yeah.
are riding the horses around Central Park. I hate
Those
that
horses hate their lives like that.
Yeah, they pull those carts and stuff,
All
and everybody's
day.
touching them all day and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not big into it either. Come on, people, be better. Enough with the horses. All right, who's next from Florida? Oh, this is gonna be good. Kill him with kindness. Florida man stabs neighbor with machete named Kindness, say police. Okay, let's see what this is.
He's on that.
Behind bars, charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. According to investigators, Brian Stewart was arrested after threatening to kill his neighbor with kindness. Kindness is the word written on a machete owned by Stewart. The Pensacola News Journal says Milton cut the man with a machete. The victim suffered a half-inch cut on his hand. I'm Ken Molestina, CBSMiami.com.
Half an inch? That's not bad.
That's nothing. Stop you bitching. Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's on that too.
He's definitely on
100%.
Why? Why
that.
is there so much meth?
These holes in their face.
The whole, you tell
But
them to
that could be
scratch their
from
face
fighting.
off.
I'm not here to be disrespectful.
They scratch their face off.
They scratch their face off.
Scratch their skin right off.
And then first is their skin, then it's their teeth.
Oh.
Oh, this is a great one, 27.
Read that one. Florida woman threatens hair salon with machete.
That's the
Poops
kind of
in
stuff we're
patrol
looking
car.
for. Let me read this one more time if you didn't
Oh
catch
my
me.
God.
I don't think we caught that.
Florida woman
Yeah.
threatens hair salon with machete and poops in the patrol car, deputies say. Let's hear this.
She gives no fucks.
This lady don't give a. You can tell right out of her face she's not on meth. She just gives no fucks.
No, yeah.
This woman is not on meth, people at home. No way. Customers and the owner of Jean Nicole Hair Salon told deputies they feared for their life when Tracy Denise George Sirleaf, geez, that's a lot of names, approached the shop, machete in hand, Monday evening. The shop owners, quick thinking, kept everyone safe, but the responding deputy's patrol car has had better days on the job. It started around 5:30 p.m. The Lee County Sheriff's Office told some radio place that George Sirleaf, that's the lady's last name, became unhinged, grabbing her thighs and left the shop.
Grabbing her things.
Grabbing her things, and I'm not a great reader.
That's
She went to
grabbing her thighs.
She went to her car, but came back moments later in a rage and threw herself against the glass window. Detectives said she again went to the car, but returned wielding a machete this time. The shop owner locked the door as she approached. The customers dialed 911 as she swung the weapon in the air. Deputies said George Sirleaf got within 7 or 8 feet of the door before suddenly changing directions. She set her eyes on the owner's truck, implying she would hit it. 2 Labrador retrievers were inside at the time. The suspect reportedly turned her attention to another car. Just as deputies arrived, ordered to drop the sword, they called it. The deputy repeated a command. Well, I don't give a fuck. Okay, authorities took the 43-year-old. Oh, no, wait. He then handcuffed her and placed her in the patrol car for questioning. Unfortunately, that's when nature called and the suspect defecated inside of his unit. He then took the handcuffed girl, placed her in his patrol car. Authorities took the 43-year-old to Lee County Jail, where she faces 2 counts of assault on a person 65 or older. That's Florida.
Well, why is she so mad?
That's Florida. I mean, she's mad, dude. They probably kicked her out. They probably said you can't get your hair done here anymore or something.
She needs it.
She probably
she needs it, dude. Her
probably
top right
needed
is
a place to
bonus.
sleep.
Yeah, maybe she just didn't like that lady. Maybe that lady fucked her husband. You don't know. You don't know what goes on in these people's lives down there in Florida.
True.
Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. And we're not here to judge over it today, Millenia. We're just here to read.
Definitely.
Actually, yeah, we've been judging all day.
Yeah, we're a hater ass bitch podcast. It's all good though. We just be.
It is a
We're
classic.
friends.
It's an opinion hate.
It is a classic.
Oh yeah, this is of course one of our favorites. Fucking Olaf, but they don't need to hear that again. Today, Florida man. Alright, keep going. What was the other number she had on there?
Where is it?
She had like 11 and 7.
This makes me laugh so much.
I thought you were texting us fortune cookie numbers.
Let's play these loud real quick.
Yeah. I thought like that's what it looked like because it went from like biggest to smallest, and like the last 2 were like 11 and 7. I was like, this looks like a fortune cookie, dude.
Maybe this one.
Shirtless Florida man removes 9-foot alligator from swimming pool, just barehanded.
Enough said.
He's not from Florida, you can tell. Like, he moved to Florida.
Oh yeah, he's from New York.
He's from New York. 89-year-old Florida woman battles and kills 6-foot snakes after it eats visiting bird. Get the hell out of here. Let me hear about this woman. 89 years old, people.
Damn near 90.
Distraught by a snake targeting her beloved backyard birds and squirrels, an 89-year-old woman took matters into her own hands, killing the 6-foot-long serpent with a hammer to its head. 6-foot-long monster. And we were just talking about these things, our invasive species. I can't read her name, but it's okay. Had been noticing birds were missing from one of her feeders at her Tallahassee home. Tallahassee is the capital of Florida, if anyone wanted to know, and that no other birds were returning. She initially thought there was something wrong, blah, blah, blah. Okay, about 3 weeks later, Iceman. Oh, sick name. I don't know why I couldn't read it. Iceman. Her last name is Iceman. Looked on in horror when she saw a snake slither out of a bird box where she'd been watching a nest of 3 baby bluebirds be tended to by their parents. Won't be sleeping for a while. Woman wakes up. Oh, okay, it's something different. The snake, she threw a live snake. What is it?
That's a different article.
That's a different article. Right over here.
The snake's throat had a telltale bulge. I started crying. I didn't know what to do, said Iceman. A great grandmother of 6 and a grandmother of 6 who goes by the nickname Grandma Bunny. That's easier to say. The snake went down and up a wooden flower box. And then went out of sight. After that, all the birds disappeared. She removed all the places the snake could hide, including the birdhouses. Eventually, she spotted the snake. As soon as she did, she ran and grabbed a hammer and the twig. he would go thin and wiggle out from under the twig. I would run after him, and finally I turned my hammer sideways and got him good.
Oh my God.
She said I was so angry with that snake. The birds and squirrels are beginning to return to her garden. Iceman hopes that she's killed her last reptile. I do not want to go through that anymore, she said. Watching those birds brought a lot of joy to me. He was like, look at this thing's head.
Look at this.
Look at its head.
Smashed to pieces.
Smashed. It's a monster boa constrictor, and she smashed it to
If I was
pieces.
trying to make a belt
Out of
this
it?
snake I killed.
Yeah, I would too. If you hand kill a 6-footer, you gotta
make a belt.
You gotta make a belt. I'd kill one of those boas with my hand.
I want to know what she looks like.
She's a badass.
I'm like picturing a golden
89-year-old.
I'm picturing a golden girl. Fluffy, curly
Yeah,
little hair,
for sure.
little lady.
My aunt would grab that thing by its head. My aunt's a wild lady, and if we ever saw like
Snakes,
gardener
like,
snakes and shit, like out in the yard, she would just snag them.
Oh my
Just
God.
fucking snag them, and we'd play with them. Because we were always like too scared. Just grab it! Like that. Sorry, it's not a doorstop, people. It's the other part of the desk. I know it sounds like a doorstop. But she would just grab it and pick it up, whatever. Snakes, lizards, everything. She was like good at grabbing them, yeah.
6 freaking feet.
Oh, yeah, she would have grabbed that thing by the side of its head like this and dragged it out.
Oh my God.
Definitely.
6 freaking
I
feet.
can't do it. I call my mom.
I would have shot it
spiders
with a
and
pellet
bugs in
gun,
my
probably. I
house.
wouldn't even get close to it.
Hey, this guy.
I eat ass. Charges dropped against Florida man arrested for the I eat ass sticker. Good, they should be. He's allowed to eat whatever he wants. I see these freaking mutant monstoids in McDonald's. I don't yell at them. Florida man caught on camera pooping in stranger's driveway. A lot of feces in
Is
Florida.
that
That would
poop
be-
on the driveway?
Oh,
Yeah.
these little things over here, right?
It is little dumps, little dooders.
Little duders.
Little duties
And
right
he
there.
still had more to put inside.
He's driving one of those Kia Souls, which definitely makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, you should poop inside one of those cars.
Yeah, you should probably shit
I think
on
that's the
top of
reason
it.
why they made those
Yeah,
cars.
so just to get shit on. Mom arrested after letting children ride an inflatable pool on top of her vehicle. That
So
mom's fucking
stupid.
cool. And she's driving a Q5 Audi, so she's even cooler. I see a lot of shitty cars in these Florida videos, but not her.
Full circle.
What is this? Oh, full circle here at the Today in Millenia podcast, the most important podcast on the planet. Florida couple uses pet alligator to reveal 10th child's gender.
10.
Why do they have a pet alligator? Why do they have 10 children? Why are they doing gender reveals for their 10th child? All questions we'll probably never get the answer to, but boy, would we love to wonder.
Yeah.
And the picture is just of a monstrous alligator blowing green out. And
Just
the guy is not worried
Dinosaur.
one bit. It's a dinosaur.
He's like, it's okay, I have a stick.
He has a stick, and the thing does not look happy. It's looking right at him, and he's holding his hip. As if,
Yeah.
like, almost like you're
Standing
chilling.
right over here.
He's got one hand on one hip. Yeah, she doesn't give a shit either.
Honestly, if you've had
Amnesia.
9 kids, do you really give a shit about anything anymore?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Their life sucks. I mean, they're still fucking though.
Those
honest.
things are just
they're still
sliding
getting
out
at
at
it.
that point,
They're
man.
just getting after it, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta really like banging your wife. You have 10 kids.
This makes me laugh so much.
Florida man driving a Cadillac from the sunroof says he'd rather go to jail than back to his wife. The car drives itself and has a gigantic computer in it, the man said after being taken into custody. And so they probably offered him bail, and he said, "Nah, I'll just go to jail." So he had a self-driving Cadillac, and he's just with his arms out,
Chill.
hanging out the sunroof, just chilling.
He's just waiting for this computer to stop working.
Which
so he
I've
doesn't have to
actually
go
seen
home.
people do without
There's
self-driving cars. As a matter of fact, I knew this kid at one time that I won't say any names, but I knew this kid one time that we got the gas, we got up to a speed that we liked. Opened up the sunroof and the driver's window, and I would grab the wheel. And the game was that he had to get out the sunroof in the driver's
No,
window
so
before we
stupid.
crashed the
How are
car.
you still
Yeah, we're both still alive. So, shout to you, dog. You know who you are.
This guy's on that.
Florida, yeah, definitely on that. Florida man caught on camera licking a doorbell.
Look at him.
I've done that before. No, just kidding.
at least 7 times.
He's on drugs though. I like when they look normal. And it's like, what were they thinking? They're just from Florida. Florida man, this is number 1. Florida man's dog locks him out of car and does donuts. Oh, that's sick.
Isn't it? This
That's
is
so
adorable.
sick.
Started on something wholesome,
So,
ending on something wholesome.
Most dogs, blah, blah, blah.
No, there's a video.
Oh, all right, perfect. Oh my god, reverse donuts.
Oh, Lovey.
The dog is inside.
You can't get in trouble for this, right? You're allowed to
No,
put your
the dog just got
It's like
in
an
there.
act of nature, right? Like,
Yeah.
insurance has to cover it and shit.
It's
It just kept going and kept going. The
Act
cops,
God, I think they call it.
yeah, something like
Insurance
that.
has a weird term for it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. And that's this crazy shit that happened in Florida, people.
Boom. Way to wrap up the year there on Florida, which we're going to bring you more, and we're excited to see what the first clips of 2020 are going to look like.
And let's be honest, there's still some time for Florida to do some shit.
Oh, plenty of time. Tonight's a great night for it.
Oh,
I won't be surprised if
there's
there's
that happen, right?
tons of stuff's going to happen in Florida. I mean, Florida's just a strange breed of people there.
It is.
Yeah. So let's get into some memes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do this.
What do you got? Meryl Streep?
Yeah, we'll do some New Year's memes. This is one that Maheen really likes.
I love the Devil Wears Prada. It's one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
Devil Wears Prada, first of all, great movie.
Great movie.
And if you know Miranda Priestley from the movie, this just makes a lot of sense, right? But she's saying, let me guess, you're going to cut all the toxic people out of your life, go to the gym, make more money, and focus on you in 2020? Groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking. Have you ever seen the movie? She's like, groundbreaking.
She's like,
That's how she would say it.
I've never seen the movie.
Oh, really?
actually.
Groundbreaking.
It looks like she talks like that.
She was a boss of bosses, dude.
Yeah.
for sure. But
She was like one of those ladies, like method to the madness, you know? Like you thought she was evil as fuck, but she really wasn't that bad.
yeah.
These are some of my favorite here.
What do you got? Oh, freaking, what's his name sent me this? No, there's a better one. Tom sent me this. The better one says, everyone at the end of December, see you next year, me, in that face. Yeah, when it's December 30th, this is what he sent me. When it's December 31st and someone says, see you next year, and it's that goofy kid with the apple who's like, oh, the goofy white kid, oh. It's so funny though,
Kid's
because
face cracks me up.
that freaking joke is so terrible. Me, see you next year, everyone. Ooh. It's so funny because that's like the perfect
I think
face.
this is the one you're talking about. See,
No, it's the exact one that we clicked the first one. Yeah.
that's funny.
Me anxiously waiting to say, see you next year to my coworkers. Oh, and it's the meme with the kid with the vape popping out of his
He's like
head.
holding his breath.
Yeah, you know they ranked one of the top ones, Nick Young looking confused as one of the top memes.
I don't know
forgot
who
who
Nick
ranked
Young
that.
is.
You know the face though. Black guy like this.
Oh, yeah.
That's Nick Young, a professional basketball player, and Swaggy P they call him. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, he's one of the most popular. And then SpongeBob. I saw like one of these websites had like a brackets, which we should have done. We should have been more prepared for you. Sorry guys. We should have bracketed shit out and done a contest for it. But and for Florida too, I think too. So for next year, we'll have a whole contest for you.
And this one's got
Brace
the
yourselves,
Game
and,
of Thrones
and
guy.
it's not the Game
Not
of
Game of
Thrones guy.
Thrones, yeah.
It's Ned Stark.
That's
Let's just say it out loud.
Ned Stark, yeah.
Everybody knows who that is. So it's Ned Stark. It says, brace yourselves. People who make the joke, see you next year. When it comes, only days away are coming. I guess I kind of like it. Not really.
I like
It
it.
was too confusing. So basically they're saying like the winter's coming, but
Here's a simple version.
people who make the joke, see you next year. What's
Brace
the simple
yourself. See you next year.
Jokes are coming. That's
There
how it
you
should have
go.
been
That's
written.
much
Yeah.
better.
Again, you go back to meme school, the first kid. Please, no one's getting laid with memes
Oh,
like that.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Dad saying, "See you next year around New Year's." See you next decade.
Check it out.
that trumps it. Yeah, and the see you next decade one was funny the first time I heard it. When you accomplished absolutely nothing this year and 2019 is right around the corner, you're next, pal. It was supposed to be 2020, but it's
Yeah.
okay. I'll see you here again next year.
Cat, that's
Teachers
me.
used to say it. This is me when someone says the next year joke. Alright, so those are pretty good ones too.
Yeah.
So we had a little bit of taste from Alexio and Maheen. You can check those out by just putting in see you next year memes, I'm pretty sure is what you put in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
see you next year memes.
That's all.
And there's a ton of them on it, but I hate that joke. That joke sucks. The teachers used to always say it, and I would just, even back then, I remember middle school thinking that thing sucked. But that joke sucks, dude. It's not even that funny.
Oh, this is the one I forgot about Florida.
Oh.
If you wanted to do one more.
Florida couple arrested for selling tickets to heaven. A couple of Florida, Tito and Amanda Watts, were arrested. Tito Watts, huh? Were arrested a few days ago for selling golden tickets to heaven to hundreds of people. They sold the tickets on the street for $99, about whatever the frick,
Don't
per
worry.
Yeah, I don't know
ticket.
about that, right?
Told buyers the tickets were made from solid gold and that each ticket reserved the buyer a spot in heaven. Simply present the ticket at the pearly gates and you are in. Why they get arrested for this? Tito Watts said in his police statement,
That's what
I do not care what the police say. The tickets are solid gold. That's the only reason they got arrested, was because they said it was gold.
That's gotta be it.
And it was Jesus who gave them to me behind the KFC and told me to sell them so I could get me some money to go to outer space. I met an alien named Stevie who said if I got the cash together, he would take me and my wife on his flying saucer to his planet that is made entirely of drugs. You should arrest Jesus because he is the one that gave me the golden tickets. I am willing to wear a wire and set Jesus up. This is all a quote. Willing to wear a wire and set Jesus up in her police statement, Amanda Watts. And this is in the wife's police statement. That was the husband's police statement. This is the wife now. We just wanted to leave Earth and go to space and do drugs. I did not do anything. Tito sold the golden tickets to heaven. I just watched. Police said they confiscated over 10 racks in cash, drug paraphernalia, and a baby alligator. Of course, because what Florida couple does not have a baby alligator? If that wasn't the culmination of all things Florida, I mean, I don't know what was. That was great.
Now, just for my take on this story, I don't think these people should be arrested.
No, I think the people who bought it, they bought it at their own risk. They're idiots.
They're dumb. Now, the only reason why they should be arrested is if they were selling it to like mentally handicapped.
Right, but as long as they're selling it to full capacity mental people, they're mentally handicapped. So I don't think they should be arrested at all.
Obviously,
They were drugs. 100% they're on.
And they thought that this
and they
alien
were able
Stevie was going to take them.
sell for $100 a pop.
So they sold 1,000 of them. 1,000 people.
100 of them.
100 of them.
10,000 people dollars.
$10,000.
Yeah, so they sold 1,000.
100. This is like basic math.
Jesus Christ.
What do you mean? Oh no, they sold 100.
100 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
just
just
like,
like,
it's not amazing. It fucks you up at 10, 100. Right, they all sold 100 of them. But still, 100 people.
100 people to pay $100.
100 people pay $100.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Nuts.
100 people pay $100. Isn't that
Good for
crazy?
them.
Good for them. They're great salespeople. If you need a job, give me a ring.
I don't think they should be in jail. Now, Beanie's Corner.
Yeah.
Last Beanie's Corner of the year.
Last Beanie's Corner of the year. Get excited, people.
Yeah. So really, honestly, I do a lot of shopping on Amazon. This is just who I am as a human now, I guess. But I was looking at cat products because I love my cat, and you know what? I own it. So I'm gonna start with this one because this is the first thing I saw, and I was like, you know what? Some of these Amazon reviews, because I am a review reader, but some of these Amazon reviews are kind of ridiculous. Some of them are really, really funny. So this was for like a cat squishy pad thing,
This thing here.
a cat bed, I guess. And the review is, it's a picture of a cat not using the pad in the box instead. It says, well worth the money, the box is the perfect size, kind of funny. And then I was just thinking about
2,500 people found it helpful.
Super funny.
It's almost like a like on Amazon
yeah.
review. It's the helpful button.
Yeah. But some of these reviews, I mean, are just kind of like, they go off.
I love the preparedness. This is all.
You just
this is
go.
good stuff. Yeah.
So, this is a review for some video game, and it says it's 1 star. It's not anything like the original. If you have the original game from the 80s, you will hate this piece of junk. The graphics are almost impossible to see, and the sound effects are awful. You can't advance the runner because the game never provides an opening for the runner. So I'm like, all right, well, kind of boring. But then he goes on. He's like, when the runner's tackled, instead of the beep beep sound that the original game made, this game makes an aggravating sound that sounds like someone's passing a kidney stone. I know, because I passed 2 last year. Thank you so much, Guy, for letting us know.
Let us
you passed
know.
a
Oh my
kidney
god,
stone.
and the other part is that he's an idiot. Because it sounds like he's playing a football game.
Yeah.
And so that's the only time you can tackle. So
I don't know.
he's mad that because when you get tackled, instead of it going beep beep and you got tackled, the guy goes, ugh.
Oh.
That's what he's mad at.
That makes
He's
sense.
mad that the game is more realistic. Because I don't know if you ever watch the NFL on TV, but nobody goes beep beep when they get tackled. They usually either make a grunting noise like they're passing a kidney stone, or they make no noise.
Yeah.
Like nobody's going beep
Only
beep.
the NFL and Star Wars universe goes beep beep. I think it's just robots, I think.
That's a little bit more than this guy is an idiot though, because in the old nines it did used to be. Just so you knew the guy got tackled.
Oh,
That was
this is-
great though. Past 2 kidney stones.
This one's just weird. So this is for a product that was a container that could hold up to 54 pounds of cat food. However, they asked a question, and then their answers were, someone wrote, mine holds 1 54-pound cat, 2 27-pound cats, or 3 18-pound cats.
Which is not even
Which is
right
what?
now.
Someone else wrote, something's cat may and may not fit simultaneously. Someone else's answer was, unfortunately, it's impossible to accurately answer this question because the number of cats it'll hold depends entirely on the determination of the cats involved. I would spitball and guess at 9 if they like each other, or 1.5 if they don't like each other.
What?
So random. We're not putting cats in this container, guys.
All these people just assuming 9-pound cats, you should be able to fit 6.
Just shake them around.
Like
man.
someone, you know that they were just fucking around.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, this one was cute. Well, I think it's funny. It's for a cricket, right?
What
So, yeah,
We
the
need the
cricket
product.
machine. So, like, you can make things with this cricket machine.
What
and
is a
you
cricket
can-
machine?
So, you know the Start New jackets that Jess made for you guys, that
Mhm.
vinyl that's printed onto the arm?
Mhm.
She cut that out with the cricket machine. So you can make crafts and arts and stuff like that, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, she told me about that.
So it says, if it vibrated, I would be divorced. He wrote, my wife loves this big, and for that reason, so did I. Seeing the pure joy in her eyes was rivaled only by things like our wedding day and our children's
Wow.
births. That's intense. As time's gone by, though I'm beginning to suspect she loves it more than she loves me, she spends all of her time with it, and when she's not using it, she's talking about it, she's taken to snuggling it in bed, and when I come home from work the other day, it was sitting in my chair at the dinner table. My children call it daddy. I was getting tired of it, trying to confront it,
This
but my
guy's
dog
just funny,
started
yeah.
snarling at me. It's too late for me, but you've been warned that this machine is a homewrecker.
That guy's just funny, but that's really funny, dude. Because people love those things. I actually have heard. I know what you mean, cricket machine.
People love those machines?
Yeah, because they can cut out shapes. Like, so you make, the thing makes a shape, and,
Yeah.
and it cuts it perfect for you. So now idiots can make a dog and put it on a t-shirt or put it on a poster, and it's a perfect dog.
Yeah.
It's almost, it's kind of like 3D printer-ish, from
Yeah.
what I've heard, yeah.
Well,
But it's 2D.
You want to go to something else?
I want to go to the bottom one. So number 22.
Which one?
Same one.
Where was he?
I got
This
it.
one?
I got it.
I got it.
Let me
Oh,
use
this
this one
one.
wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel.
I don't
Just
know how
roll
to
it.
zoom. So the bottom one, it says, and finally this person of a few words, they gave it 5 stars, they wrote great, arrived quickly, is a wonderful mini instrument. I do not want to write anything else. I will not review any more products because it's annoying to have to write a certain number of words.
Yep, just to fill it in. And that is annoying. And I feel you, sir.
Why can't you say the thing is good?
Yeah,
The
it
thing is
worked.
good.
I guess.
It worked. He basically just said, listen, I thought about doing a review for the first time in my life, and now with this bullshit, this will be the last time in my
Well,
life.
definitely that guy like got something out of writing a review, so he was just like, let me just fill in space.
Yeah.
Right?
Is this, well, maybe he thought the product was good. He's like, you know what, I'm going to review it. I wonder how people do it. And then he realized once he started, he's like, oh, only people with no lives do this. I realize now why. This makes sense. I have a life, no more reviews for me. So he just realized. Go
This
ahead.
is just stupid. So this is for Jumanji, the board game, and somebody asked a question if this is the same as the 1990s version, and somebody's answer was no, because you don't actually get sucked into the game. This is just a regular old board game. Still fun, the kids love it, but it'd be cool if my house got turned into a jungle.
Do you think they were kidding or do you not? I kind of feel like they
I
were.
feel like they weren't kidding.
I feel like these idiots, I bet you it's a mom born in like 95 and she didn't realize that what he means is that the game was out in the 90s as well. We know it's out. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
This just went off. This is so weird. The question is, my ceiling tape is showing through. Can I use this paper to sand it down? The answer is, well, if your dog has heartburn, then try to quarter clockwise nipple twist.
I must have somebody answered the wrong thing a year ago from Stan. Thanks, Stan. Dude, you know what just reminded
Don't
me
give
now?
your dog nipple twist.
Does don't twist your dog. The dog should bite you if it doesn't. If it doesn't, you have a broken dog. Did anybody ever play a game? Now, I don't know why this just popped up in my head, but it's not Jumanji, but you used to have a monkey, and he would climb. There was like a big wall, and you would have to climb to the top of the wall. And then he had like a stretchy bag that was kind of like made out of like, you remember those gummy hands that you pull and it sticks to the wall? So he had kind of like that material, I think for either his backpack straps or his arms or something. And you had to continue to like try to weight down all your partner's guy, and whoever was like the last person hanging on the mountain or whatever would win. You don't remember that board game? I don't think anybody would remember it. I think it was a very specific board game that not a lot of people had, but it was fucking
Just
awesome.
one store in Patch, obviously.
Yeah, no, I believe my grandma had this game, and we had to go there to play it, but it was a crazy game. I'm gonna try to find the name of it, or find it, send it out. I'll put it on next week. Corrections Corner next week. We'll throw it up there. It was an awesome game. If anybody else remembers that game and knows the name of it, send it on over.
This was a good one. So someone asked a question about a product saying, are they noisy? It's a pillow. Do you hear the feathers moving when your head is on the pillow? And someone's answer is, no, the geese used are dead.
Amazon reviews are pretty funny. I never even knew this.
Yeah. This one's just like, whatever. So the question was, are these any good against venomous reptiles with claws that would have Freddy Krueger mainlining Death Wish coffee? My mother-in-law is visiting soon. And this is for, I guess, reptile gloves. Oh, and Susan. So the question is, what size is the woman's inserts? Doesn't say when I try to order them. Help, thanks. And Susan just wanted us to know that she's never bought these. And that's her review. That's her answer.
What an asshole. What an asshole. I love when people write the wrong answer on shit. It's like, you ever like look at a thread and you're like, oh yeah, the question is exactly what I'm asking. And you look at the answer and you're like, oh, you fucking asshole.
Like, why?
Anyone could have answered that. Like, anyone.
She's just like, I've never bought these, so I can't help.
It
What
happens
is she
a
doing
lot.
with her life?
It happens a lot like
Susan's definitely a boomer, first of all.
that. Yeah, Susan's a boomer.
She's just trying to answer all of them.
Susan's a boomstick, and she clearly just wants to be part of the review world.
Oh my god, this was a story. This was kind of crazy, and definitely fake. But someone wrote a review about
What's the product?
these shoes. Okay, there's some shoes with cushion, I guess. But they wrote, I work at seniors' home and spend most of my day on my feet, so I need shoes with a lot of cushion. I wore these the day I got them, and a lot of the old folks noticed the orange on them, and all had nice things to say, except for Bertha Sanford. She's got the mouth of a drunken sailor and isn't afraid to use it. This cougar had the nerve to challenge me to a foot race. Mind you, I've never seen anyone use the word foot race aside from Nick Pierre, so that made me laugh.
Foot race.
True, I tried to launch it off, but she whacked my shins with her walker. Game on, jerk. We went out to the main hall, and this caused a scene. Everyone was watching and egging me on. As the bedpan dropped, we took off. And wouldn't you know it, that old bag tried to hip check me. I gave her a forearm shiver, and she goes flying into the crowd.
Shiver.
Colostomy bags are flying.
Oh my god.
Wasn't a good scene. Needless to say, I won the race, but I ended up getting arrested and charged with something that I don't understand, and my uncle had to post my bail, and he's making me work Craigslist. What?
But it keeps going down.
No,
That's
it's
it.
over.
Oh my god, that's good stuff though. That's great stuff. And the reason that
That's a
he
great
said that,
story.
that's a great story, but she said that about foot chases, and I would like everybody's comments on it. I have a bet, we've never actually done it, that I can put on heels, and Maheen can put on heels, and that I can win in a foot race against Maheen.
And I don't think that's gonna happen. I'll absolutely beat you in a
I feel
foot
like
race.
if you had maybe 10 minutes of practice beforehand.
No practice.
No
I'm
practice.
just gonna pull them on my feet, and we're gonna get on the line.
I
and
feel
run.
like you're gonna break your ankle.
Just a minute and a half of
Have you
that.
ever walked in heels?
Practice, no.
Maybe
Heel
1
toe,
minute of practice.
you know?
Heel toe?
Heel toe, you gotta put heel down first and
I'm
then your
running
toes.
on my toes.
You're gonna
Keep the
fall.
heels up.
Alright, that's fine. You can do that.
My real plan, if you are winning though, is just to slam heel down first twice. Bang, bang, both heels go flying, Nick goes flying too.
Oh, you think that's how that works, huh?
I would assume that, yeah, if you hit the thing coming down like this, it's gonna fly backwards.
Let's do this.
That's not how the heel
That's not gonna
breaks.
happen.
Otherwise they would break all the time, right? They
All
have to
the
break
time.
down in.
Think about all
you
the
can't
weight
do while you're
on those
running.
heels. Yeah.
They're hard to break.
I feel
mean,
like-
I've broken heels for sure,
I've seen chicks break heels.
but not
yeah.
on purpose.
I love those videos of just chicks walking around on some heels and all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's like
Oh my god.
like baby birds or
Yeah.
something. Like baby giraffes. I used to call her God baby giraffe. Because sometimes she would get like shaky on her
Yeah,
feet,
yeah,
you know?
some of those shoes, and man.
She
Yeah.
would get a little shaky out there. That's funny stuff.
That's a great story.
Last couple ones, I guess.
All right.
So this person who had some strong feelings about scissors. What can you say about scissors? They're scissors. You put one blade on either side of something you wish to cut, squeeze the handles together, and it cuts. Super sharp too. They almost cut as precisely as my father's comments about my career path. And this one, again, good lube. It's lube, not much more to say. Sometimes I like covering my body in it and pretending to be a slug while sliding around in my bathroom.
Oh my
Jesus, you need help.
god. Seriously.
Sick fuck.
As long as you're not hurting anybody, I guess.
Speaking of lube, you know what I've been using now that a lot of white folk out there might not know about, but I'm gonna let you know. Lotion on your body. Do you know lotion is like for your body?
Sorry.
What are you laughing at?
I'm
And what did I tell you about cackling?
I'm sorry.
Volume? Why is everybody laughing? Did you know that?
It's like a thing, yeah.
When you get out of the shower, you lotion up all the time?
I don't do it, but I know it exists. There's like body lotion products.
Yeah, but I didn't know that that's like why I'm
This is how
itchy
you
and shit
know.
and that like I have dry skin. I didn't
This
know.
is how you know he's becoming a man.
Yeah, I have lotion and now I use it after the shower every day.
I'm very happy for
Do you use lotion?
Yeah.
You do, right?
I feel like most women do it.
Yeah.
But I think men should do it if
I
they
feel
have
like
dry
all
skin.
humans should do it.
I don't have dry
It
skin.
feels good.
Not yet. You will one day.
Yeah, it feels good. You probably don't even know it, dude. You probably
I mean,
ash.
my elbows get ashy, but that's about it.
Let me see your legs right now.
Mine
If you scratch your arm, I bet you that shit. Ashy as a mouth, right?
I don't know. I think I just have skin.
Yeah,
there you
there's
go.
flakes popping everywhere. You need some freaking lotion, bro. See, I knew it. I knew I wasn't the only one that didn't discover the lotion, but now I've discovered it. It's not just for your dick, Lexi. I like you for other shit, dude. That's a Bill Burr joke, I think, anyways. But it's a funny one nonetheless. But yeah, so now I'm like lotioning up. It's pretty cool.
Alright.
I have this whole
I'm happy
routine.
for you, man.
I use mouthwash and shit now.
Mouthwash. I don't use mouthwash. I just
kinda
floss. I
like-
floss.
I floss too. I have those little cheap things.
Those are
Cheaters.
honestly, they
I
make
use
the
those.
world easier.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Fucking twisting your finger.
Yeah, it's too much.
Frick out of here. So I think I never did it.
Alright, our last two.
Last two.
So this person who gravely misunderstood the premise of The Wolf of Wall Street, they gave it what star? They said, I figured with the title it was a documentary about the urbanization, how urbanization is affecting wildlife, but no, it's about some scumbag that does a bunch of drugs and has a boat.
Well, it's a great movie, so
So
fuck
funny.
off.
Yeah.
Go fuck
Who would
yourself.
think that?
Why don't you watch a
Urbanization
You ever heard of a
is
trailer, you
affecting
stupid
No,
cocksucker?
100%.
Oh, word, right? You just watch the fucking trailer.
And our last one.
Who buys a movie without watching the trailer? Are we insane, dude? Do we live in fucking insane world? It's 2020. We are in
I mean,
20.
there's a guy that lubes up his body to
20.
pretend he's a slut.
I think that that's
So this
that's
guy-
less common knowledge than the availability of trailers. I would say, like, because you're not gonna go like, oh hey, me, do you lube your whole body up and roll on the floor? But, like, you're not gonna say anything like that to anybody. But if you're like, hey, I'm gonna buy The Wolf of Wall Street, do you think I should like? Is there anything I can watch to see what it's like? Every
Yeah,
person's
yeah.
gonna be like, yeah, a trailer.
Yeah.
You dumb fuck. Like, what?
Even the picture in the front.
Just the picture. Leo's on it. You think Leo's out here saving cats? Like, what the hell
Like,
wrong with
Rotten
them? Or
Tomatoes
wolves or whatever?
something. Anyway.
So here we go.
Our last one. So this person gave this product a nice mug, a 1 star, and they wrote, I purchased this as a gift from my then boyfriend, but he dumped me before I gave it to him, so I returned it. The packaging was good, and looking at the mug, I can say it looked large and sturdy, opposite my boyfriend's personality. And that's what we're ending off on.
Ah, that's good, dude. He got cooked on an Amazon review. I like it. Boom, Amazon reviews. We can mix them in a little bit. I thought they were pretty funny.
What we didn't go over and what I urge you guys to check out because it's just hysterical on its own is the Haribo gummy bear reviews on Amazon.
Oh, people eat too many of them, puke. Yeah.
No, but they're like elaborate stories.
Oh,
They're
people get shit
ridiculous.
themselves. Like Haribo's, you can't eat them all. At
What
once.
is that?
Even though I
Haribo
do.
gummy bears.
Even
Just
though.
that, the
and if
gummy
you-
bear packs that come in like the gold.
freaking regular gummy bears.
Gummy bear.
Men can eat the whole bag, but like there are people without, strong enough stomachs. You've eaten a whole bag of Haribo fucking gummy
I
bears.
don't think so. I've ever a whole bag of gummy bears.
Yeah, maybe you would get sick naturally while you're doing it and kind of cap the bag and come back to it
Oh,
later.
man. I think it's because they're really big bags.
I don't know, bring it on the
She
show. I'll
eats
eat
a lot,
I'll eat the
right?
whole
I
goddamn
think my
bag.
girlfriend eats a lot of
Big
things.
bag? Is it like an
No,
extra large bag or just a
Like a
regular bag?
Costco size bag.
And
Well,
people,
what idiot would eat a Costco size bag?
Jesus Christ.
A regular bag of them, I'll eat the whole thing. Easy.
How big is a regular bag?
Just like a,
This big.
yeah, it's like a little. Now I know what you guys want.
Yeah, Haribo.
Yeah, G loves those.
Yeah. Supposedly, there's something in it that if you eat too much of it.
Carnauba wax.
Yeah,
There's carnauba wax.
It's carnauba wax.
Like you'll clean your car with it. I think.
Spray the
Yeah.
wax in your mouth. But that's crazy. I've heard that before.
We'll pull up some
And
stories next time.
Mahim actually wanted to do like a little bit of eating challenges and start to
Hell
bring
yeah.
up eating like spicy
We'll
foods.
do eating challenges. We'll do the race with the heels on.
Yeah.
I'll buy you the shoes, boy.
Yeah, so
Just pick
I
'em
already need
out.
some new ones. I'm gonna pick out fresh ones too, because I'm gonna
Yeah.
win in them. I'm gonna freaking frame them right in the back of the studio here, so everybody can see them. My framed up winners right here, and my medal. You can get a medal.
Size 11 heels.
Like size 11. I'll need 12s, right?
I
Girls,
know.
girls are one size smaller, right?
Yeah.
So
No, I wear a 4 in boys and a 6.5 in girls.
it's almost 2.5 sizes bigger, so I would need like a 12 or a 13.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you need like those Shaq shoes.
Size
for
13.
We'll
women.
get a good deal on them because
Yeah, I
nobody
think I have a
can
big
buy them
foot
anyway.
for my height. Like all my cousins are taller than me and my brother, and I have the biggest foot. Like I'm the only one that's a true 11, 11 and a half. They're all like 10 and a half, 11, so like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm like smaller than them. I don't know why my foot's so big, but has nothing to do with anything. So sorry you know that. Do we have anything else lined up?
That's it.
All right. Well, that is our New Year's special. Thanks, of course, for joining us. As always, remember, one more time, the song that plays you in, the song that plays you out, that is brought to you by our friend of the podcast, Jay Rio, and that's J.Rio. At Instagram, he is at MRCOOLVVORLD. That's Mr. Cool World with no W, 2 V's instead. And then if you want to rewind all the way back to the beginning, I think I gave you mine, Heeds and Alexios. But other than that, does anybody have anything to end the year on?
No. Be safe, have fun. That's it.
Gang gang.
Gang gang, blah, blah, blah. Everybody does that. We don't say gang gang here. We gotta think of our own slogan. I would like to say thank you to everybody who listens, who enjoys it, who sends us feedback.
Yeah.
Usually I'm the one like, hey, we gotta do an episode. So people must have been bitching. I kept saying it all day because the both of them came up to me and were like, we're gonna do it, and I had to like remind them, like, it's been a week. We do it once a week.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it seems like it's been so long.
Feels like it.
So that's good. If we feel like it's been long and other people feel like that, we're glad you enjoy it. That's why we make it. Besides the fact that we have a ton of fun doing it. So if you do enjoy it, we're glad you listen, and make sure to let us know anything we could be better at in 2020. And we're excited to take you into this election because it's going to be a good one. Not a lot of political news going on right now, but it's going to heat up. It's going to get wild, and today Millenia will be here to bring you up to speed on all of it.
Yeah, and if you're enjoying it, even certain aspects of it, let us know, obviously. But you can also just share it with someone. You can share it in your social, or you could just send it to someone on a link or whatever. Anybody who you think might like it, our opinions, or just wants to argue with us, whatever, we don't care.
Whatever's
just send it our way and send it to them.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's it.
That's it. That's all I got. Thanks,
Happy
guys.
New Year,
Happy
bye.
New Year.
Peace. Happy New Year.